There's definitely energetically, and now I usually am accurate, doesn't mean I'll be accurate here. There's a secret kind of exchange going on that involves children. Man, this is Hi everyone, welcome to No Light Tarot. My name is Hallie, so grateful to have you all. So let's get into the reading. I am very excited to be doing this reading for reasons that are not that positive, but I do feel like this reading needs to be done. So I decided to do this on my own accord. It's about Balenciaga, the whole issue that's been going on involving child porn and so forth and so forth. So I do recommend educating yourself about what happened. The energy that I get is very dark, so I'm just going to summarize it, but like I said, I do recommend watching a video that will actually explain a lot of what happened. Basically, Balenciaga released their Christmas campaign, and it was Christmas campaign, and it turns out that that Christmas campaign had like Supreme Court documents defending child porn. There's also girls holding teddy bears in BDSM, so it's very, in my opinion, it's very dark, it's very sinister. But even though I'm not surprised, because like I told you, or if you follow my channel, you know that I used to be not necessarily in Hollywood, but a lot of my friends are actors, a lot of people I've dated, known famous people and so forth. So I'm not surprised that this is the root. In fact, I did tell my friend that I strongly feel like they are pushing, and by they I mean the media, people with sinister forces, you know, the guy who was involved with the island, if you know what I'm talking about, because I can't say it, otherwise my video will get flagged. But there is definitely something else going on that involves taking advantage of children and innocence, and it's very important that, you know, and I talk about it for many years. It didn't happen to me, but I've seen circumstances where, and you know, I used to be, okay, let me break this down. I used to be a model, and I also, when I was a teenager / early adult, and I used to be also like extras on TV shows. It was really nothing, not a lot, I didn't do a lot of it. So in a nutshell, I saw things going on. I saw, especially when I was a model, I saw like, for some reason, I never really got into substance issues, but I saw a lot of people who are teenagers getting into them, people that I used to model with getting into them, just so that they could stay skinny. Now, I used to have an eating disorder for many years, so I never had an issue losing weight, because I already knew it's such strong discipline. It's horrible, but it's a strong discipline that I didn't need a substance to lose weight. But I saw people turning to specific substances that involve the nose in order to stay skinny and so forth and so forth. So, and like I said, I never had that problem, but I did see it. I saw it in teenagers. I saw it very prevalent, and a lot of what I saw was done by elderly people, which is very unfortunate. So in this video might be a little dark for you, so and I don't want to sugarcoat anything, but I want to get behind who is behind the Balenciaga campaign, because they're blaming everybody. I also want to see in the future what's going to happen, because it does seem like there is another motive, and I'm telling you, I've been predicting this for years, that they are definitely trying. If you just look at music videos, you know, even I was listening to Jessica Simpson the other day, who I used to love, and her first hit song was I want to love you forever. And I was looking at the lyrics because there was closed captioning, subtitles at the bottom, and it said, while I let you pour yourself all over me while I'm on my knees. And I was like, oh my god, I used to sing that as a preteen, you know. So I do feel like it's been decades of pushing this on innocence. There's definitely a target out on innocence, on purity, and I don't really want to make this political because I don't think it should be political, but we need to protect our children. So that's why I'm doing this reading. Okay, so 3 of Cups, Ace of Crystals, and 6 of Crystals. So in this deck, crystals are pentacles. So I do see here that there is like some form of currency. Now, if you don't know, if you're not up to date about the Wayfair incident that happened, the guy who they said he killed himself, but we don't know if he really killed himself. In fact, I have a theory that I think he still might be alive, but that's just what I think. There is definitely a secret currency going on behind the scenes. Okay, so one of the videos that I was watching that was talking about this Balenciaga thing said that they linked Balenciaga to a photographer, also a creative director, who had some very morbid things. I have said before, and if you want to check out my video on Lady Gaga, and who else did I mention her in, but I met Marina Abramovich, who's said to be the high priestess of, she calls it spirit cooking. Now, she's heavily involved in politics, heavily involved in art. A lot of celebrities follow her or are friends with her. In fact, Bill Gates, I believe, she's one of Bill Gates is like her, she is Bill Gates' like high priestess, basically. And I met her. She used to come to my old job. She seemed very soulless, you know. And I said that to the owner, and he was like, "Oh, that's the guy, that's the woman that's hanging out with Jay-Z." And I was like, very dark stuff. So I've seen this for a while. I've seen this push of, you know, there's lots of gore, and they call it art, but I used to be an artist. I did not do anything close to it. And if you think about Picasso, if you think about ancient Egyptian art, there's no like gory, there's not any gore, you know, it's just pure. So maybe I'm reading too much into it, but there's definitely energetically, and now I usually am accurate, doesn't mean I'll be accurate here. There's a secret kind of exchange going on that involves children. Now this is heavy. I also want to shift it at the end. I'll do how we can shift the energy, and if you have kids, what you can do to avoid this kind of situation. So with the Strength card, I see here that Balenciaga feels like if they keep blaming other people, that they're going to get out of it. Now, I strongly believe that they are to blame. I strongly believe that there is something going on here that all of them are aware of. Like I said, I used to be a model. There's no way, even I would get spreadsheets about what's going to be on around me. What, do you know what I mean? Like, literally everything. There's a product placer, there's a this, there's a that. I've dated actors, I've been on sets. I know that there's, you know your surroundings, and everything is approved by the director or the production. So I suppose that's why they're saying production, but everything's also approved by the brand manager and PR. So blaming one person, and they really think they're going to get over this. They really, really do. Just so they really do. Now, let's see for the future. Why do they think that they're going to get over this? They're very confident And I also want to talk about Kim Kardashian's involvement in this. But let's see, why do they think that they are going to get over this? Okay. They're being protected. The wheel, 8 of crystals, king wands. They're being protected, heavily protected. The reason I laugh is because this goes very, very deep. And I'll continue to do videos like this because I think it's imperative. I think it's important. Transformation, Ace of Wands. They did it. I think, and this is just my theory, this is what I pick up on intuitively. I think by them denouncing Kanye West, they thought it would provide them a sense of protection in order to do what they had done. Now, lately, I don't know what to think about Kanye West. I'm sending him lots of love. But I feel as though it's very hypocritical for Kim Kardashian to denounce one person and not denounce the other. So let's see her involvement in this. Because I think the Kardashians are very sick. I said I wasn't going to talk about them, but I think it's very important to align. There's clearly an alignment between her and these forces. Kim Kardashian's involvement. Okay, so she's stuck. Excuse me. She's stuck right now. 4 of Swords, 10 of Crystals, and the Empress. She's stuck right now because they've promised her that she will be the face of everything, I think for the next 10 years or so. And I just got goosebumps because I strongly see that she's concerned about herself aging and who's going to continue to want to work with her. And I think she was even very happy that she landed that role as their face, because it kind of like gives her fashion edge and keeps her relevant, which is what we all know she's about. No judgment, you know, she's just not my cup of tea. You know, it's so funny, I used to love the Kardashians. I talk about this a lot, but I remember when they first came on, they were so fun, light-hearted. Now they've just become so dark. It's like, I feel like every time I see them, I'm literally watching Witches. Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw that movie, Witches by Roald Dahl. The book was by Roald Dahl. The movie had what's her name? Angelica Houston. And I just feel like I'm watching that when I see them. But anyways, the Emperor, 7 of Cups. Yeah, so she has always, 7 of Cups is about dreaming. She feels like she's always had a dream of being out there, billboards, so forth, and Balenciaga is making her dream happen. That's why she's not going to call them out. So let's see what's going to happen for the future. Balenciaga thinks that they are going to be fine. They're going to shift blame. Okay, so there's going to be mounting pressure. It's going to be mounting pressure. People aren't going to forget. People are not going to forget. The Hierophant, Knight of Crystals. People aren't going to forget, but they're going to come out with, like, you see how he has an oracle? I don't know if you could see that. He has an oracle in his hands. They're going to come out with like a campaign to counteract what they did. I get December, so maybe the end of December. They're going to counteract it. They're going to be like, we actually love children. They're going to start donating to charities. 6 of Wands, 6 of Cups, 9 of Cups. Yeah, just to erase the past. They're trying to erase their past, and it goes way back. I don't even think this is just a campaign issue. I mean, if you even think about this, models usually start modeling when they're like 12, 13, right? I started modeling when I was 15, I believe. Yeah, 15. And I didn't even see that much darkness but I saw some things. Do you know what I'm saying? So what kind of environment and industry are we allowing children to be around adults of this caliber who are alone? Thank goodness most of the time I wasn't alone, but who are alone and doing substances. And we know, like, I've been to fashion parties, you know, I know that a lot goes on behind the scenes, and we're just allowing our children to be in that kind of environment. So I think maybe the age of modeling needs to go up, and we're the parents of these children, you know. It's just very, very disappointing, and a lot more people need to be held accountable, including Balenciaga. I don't think it's going to happen, but that's what I see. So I love you all. I think the public, from what I see, the public will try, but they're going to be protected, which is very unfortunate. So I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment, please be respectful, especially about this topic, you know. It's quite a rough one. Take care.